It's Happy Break. Sorry, I just jumped into it this time.
You really gave me no warning.
No, I'm all over the place today.
You sucker punched me with literally a nanosecond before hitting record. You just whispered to yourself, all I want to do is play Dragon Quest. Record.
Yeah, I'm playing Dragon Quest, the original. Well, it's the remake of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I never played any of the Dragon Quest games. So I'm just going through it on my Switch, and I'm enjoying it.
I really like the Dragon Quest series.
I know a lot of people do, and it's a very important game to RPGs.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of... I never really played RPGs growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case anyone hasn't heard me say that yet. And, yeah, being able to play them, these old ones. The one I want the most is Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, good luck. I would also love Chrono Trigger.
Everyone says it's the best. Every time I look at the top, it's number one on everybody's list. I'm like, if it's that good, why can't I just have it now?
I have two of the biggest gaming regrets. And one is not buying the 3DS or DS remake of Chrono Trigger at the time.
Yep.
I don't remember what I got either. It must have been a good game, I suppose, but it was right there. The other one was I didn't get 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Which, again, I got something else, which was not as good.
What is that?
It's like a mystery, like a murder mystery game. I was intrigued. There was like 9 endings or something.
Okay.
I wanted to know. There was a little article about it in
a
Nintendo Power magazine I had. And I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. I want to play that. But then I can't find it because it's not anywhere.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, let's start out Coffee Break.
Yeah.
RoboCop, yes.
Yes.
Is getting rebooted again.
Okay.
This time it's a TV show. It will be for Amazon Prime.
Sure.
The showrunner is the guy who did Black Sails. We didn't watch that one.
No.
And then the executive producer is James Wan.
Okay. Unique. I was like, maybe they could really save this if they lean into the goofiness of it.
Yeah.
That lineup makes it seem like they're going to try to be serious with it.
Yeah, I think they're being very serious with it. The thing is, RoboCop, he has to be cheesy.
Yes.
That's kind of the point. He's weirdly, like, violent and gory.
Yeah, despite how... Well, I guess that's where James Wan comes in as an executive.
Yeah, but it sounds like they really just want to go down that path with it.
I'll be honest, I don't super care about RoboCop. Like, I never watched the movie. I know what happens in the end.
You never seen RoboCop?
No.
Wow.
I'm not super into robots, is the thing. Like, if you present me with, like, magic fantasy stuff, with swords and whatever, and, like, futuristic fantasy stuff with robots and lasers, I'm gonna pick swords and magic over robots and lasers. Because I just prefer.
You know what's crazy is... There was a time where robots and lasers was fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Some fantasy...
It is real stuff now.
Like Zelda, surpasses both of them. Like, we have both the magic swords and also the robots and lasers and stuff. Other RPGs do that too. The Tales of series, I can think of.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. Okay. I've only seen RoboCop. I don't think I've watched the others. I've just seen, like, people talk about them.
I've seen more toys of RoboCop than anything else. Like, there's always an action figure somewhere lingering around.
Okay.
Sorry if you can hear the neighbor dog barking.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Nah.
But these people need to take care of their damn animals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lady Gaga is making a whole album for the Joker, too.
Oh, really? This sounds intriguing. I'm intrigued.
But it's her music.
Yeah. I'm...
Why? Okay, you ready? This is where I'm getting upset. Yes, the musician should make an album for the movie they're in.
Yeah.
That's a great way to play into both markets and for them to use their talents.
Yes.
So why is there a soundtrack
Like a
like an actual official Joker soundtrack,
and then it's a separate Lady
it's gonna be a
Gaga
set
album.
thing. It should have been her music.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this on Coffee Break, but we were talking about like how classically in the 80s, like Kenny Loggins making Highway to the Danger Zone. Nope. Yes.
Yeah.
For Top Gun.
Yeah.
And
Every Breath You Take.
and like they used to do that a lot with a lot of different 80s movies. The musician would make a song for the movie, and then it was perfect because you watch the movie and you hear the song, and then you're like, oh, I want to play, I want that song more. I'll get the album. Or you're listening to the radio.
What I'm saying is, it's very logical that if she's in the movie, she would do the music.
Yeah.
Like Eminem and 8 Mile.
Yeah. Not the... I was really caught off by that example.
I couldn't think of another one. I was like, I'm stuck with Eminem here. Can you think of another one?
Or there's like a musician in the movie who does the soundtrack for the movie.
Oh, David Bowie.
Yeah, I think Labyrinth. I guarantee I don't think anyone who's going to listen to the podcast has ever heard of 8 Mile with Eminem.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
You think that movie's forgotten?
I think it's obscure enough where it's not common knowledge much these days.
I don't even really know why he did that.
I'm bored. That's why I imagine most people do things. They just want to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from what I've heard also, Lady Gaga isn't in it much.
No.
So, is she singing a lot? Is it just her disembodied voice singing? Or what?
They have duets.
Okay.
And I don't think she's going to have a solo. And the songs they're singing are all, like, songs done by other artists,
like it's
right?
a cover.
Yeah, they're covering it, right? And then there is one original song.
You know what was another example we could have landed on? Lady Gaga with what's that movie she did with
Born Like a Snow.
Yeah, like
Rising Born Star.
Born Stars, right?
Rising.
Rocket Raccoon was in it. What's his name? Bradley Cooper. Yeah, that's Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah, it's Bradley Cooper.
What is it? Was
A Star Is Born.
A Star Is Born. We were so close. Good thing we landed on Eminem first.
I didn't know the Eminem thing was gonna throw us off this hard. Okay?
It really, really caught me off guard.
Okay, One Piece has casted its Mr. Zero.
Yeah.
And they showed off a picture of Tony Chopper.
Mm-hmm.
And they also casted Miss All Sunday, a.k.a.
Nico Robin.
Yep.
I'm super excited.
So Lyra Abova she'll be playing Robin.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like her.
She's of Russian ancestry as well, which is what Oda said Robin would be. So, yay.
Okay. Yeah, no, they nailed that one.
I'm excited for Joe... I'm going to say his name wrong. Manganiello?
I can't say his name either, but it's Manganiello?
Yeah, I don't know if the two L's are pronounced like with the Y noise, like with a Hispanic name. I am uncertain.
I feel like it's an Italian name.
Yeah, I don't...
Anyways, he was supposed to be Deathstroke in the DCEU.
Mm-hmm.
If you paid attention, you might have saw him at the end.
Yeah. He's done other things, right?
Yeah, but that's the only thing we need to know him from.
Okay. No, I'm really excited. I can't wait. I just want to see them again. I can't wait.
Did you see someone gave him a gift for the announcement of his casting?
What'd they give him?
He has like a... It's like 2.5 foot, 2 foot statue of Crocodile.
Dang, that's cool.
And it's huge, right? Mm-hmm. And you got like the banana crocodiles behind him, and he's got his sand that he's creating in his hand.
I forgot about the banana crocodiles.
Yep. And yeah, he's got his hook and his cape is like moving.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, that is so awesome.
I can't wait. They also cast Toph for live action.
I forgot about
Avatar.
Toph.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a picture of them today that I saw.
Like all of them together.
Yeah, all the kids together.
Yeah. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. I think season 2 will be a lot better than season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a new character that everyone loves, and if you nail that right, if you get it right, people will enjoy it way more. Yeah, so Tony Chopper.
Yeah.
You can't see anything of him, really. You just see his hat and his antlers and his paw.
Yes.
Hoof.
Hoof.
Mitten. He is fuzzy.
He is.
He wears mittens.
Does he?
Yeah, I've seen him wearing mittens.
I like Tony.
I'm very curious how his eyes are gonna look. I think that's the scariest thing. I saw someone do a fake, and they're like, "This is what he would look like." And I was looking at it closely, and I was like, "This is Pikachu from Detective Pikachu." Right?
He's cute.
Well, the thing is, I could tell because of the eyes. And I realized, cartoon characters are kind of... It's important to get their eyes right.
Ugly Sonic is a great example.
Yep.
They
don't give them teeth.
Don't give them too realistic teeth. It's gonna be weird.
Yep. So, no voice acting announcement?
Nope.
I don't know why you wouldn't hire the person who already does the English dub.
Yeah.
Or all of them. So they would just dub Tony in their own countries.
Yeah. I don't know. Guess
and
we'll
then
find out.
Just bring it back. Okay. Well, I'm too cool.
Slowly get more and more info as we wait, because we're not gonna get it till like late next year.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be way too long. Just like how Wednesday's gonna take way too long.
But they are filming right now. But that's still gonna be it'll be like March, I think they said, is when Wednesday's gonna happen next year. At the earliest.
Okay. Well, we also got the PlayStation State of Play.
Yeah, they've really... It's been a while since I've watched a State of Play. They've really Nintendo Directified them, haven't they?
Yeah, but they're still not as good as Nintendo Directs.
Yes.
Dude, sometimes I have way more fun because, Nintendo Directs happen on Tuesdays, which I have off. I love having Tuesdays off. And they happen at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And that gives me enough time to wake up, get my coffee, walk the dog, and be ready to sit down and enjoy my coffee.
Yeah.
And just watch a Nintendo presentation.
It's always a lovely time.
Sony was like, hey, we'll do it on a Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Everyone's at work, dude.
Weird. Weird choices all around.
Yeah. So just because of where... the time zone that I live in, that's kind of what changed it. And it's also just, they have cuter things going on when, the screens are moving and they're like, up now, coming up next. And then it does cute noises and stuff. I'm not saying I'm a child or something, but I do actually enjoy those cute noises.
It does keep your attention better, you know?
Yeah.
There's a better speed to it with a lot of State of Play, and especially... with old E3 showcases and stuff, I remember, they would really drag out.
Yeah.
To the point where all the games would kind of blend together.
Yep.
Because you never really knew when one ended and the next one started. And they all have kind of the same gameplay. First person VR horror. Wow, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So we're going to go through them. There were some great announcements. What was interesting, just for me, back to the Resident Evil 9 thing. Because I didn't mention this. Did I?
You might have. You thought there was going to be a Resident Evil 9 announcement.
There was enough rumors leaking from different sources, all claiming to be right, saying that September 24th was going to be a State of Play, and that Resident Evil 9 would be announced at the end of that.
No Resi.
They were absolutely correct on the fact that the State of Play was going to happen, and Sony didn't announce it until later Wednesday. Or later... was it?
I don't remember.
Monday. They did later Monday. So you had less than a day in notice or something like that? Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, usually Nintendo's we're going to get... next week, there's going to be a Direct or whatever.
And and Sony just seemed to spring this one onto us. And of course there was no Resident Evil 9.
Nope. Not yet. I'll be impatiently waiting over here.
Ghost of Tsushima 2? Ghost of Yachty?
No. Yote?
Yodel.
Yeah.
Yoyotai.
The thing is, it's hard. I know vowels are pronounced the same way every time.
Oh, we're gonna get hung up on the name?
I'm giving you an interesting factoid.
Okay.
Vowels are pronounced the same way every time. Like how we have, like, we can have long or short A's, for example. They don't do that. It's always pronounced the same way. But I never remember the way they're supposed to be pronounced.
It also has, the O has a little accent over it.
Yeah.
It's not an accent, it's that flat thing.
It's an umlaut. It's a special little hat for your vowel.
Nice. This, when it showed up, I knew it was Ghost of Tsushima. Very clear. The wind, the grass. Mm-hmm. But then, as the trailer kept going, I was like, oh, this is not the same protagonist. This is someone new.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So, she's being portrayed by Erika Ishii, who is cool. They were on Critical Role. They're cool.
Okay, so you got an actual talented voice actor. Nice. It looks like Ghost of Tsushima. Mm-hmm. Can't come out soon enough.
Looks gorgeous.
You know, here's the funny thing. They said that this will come out... Never mind.
Okay.
I thought about... Ghost of Tsushima 2 is coming out next year, right?
Yeah.
Today, Ubisoft just announced that they're delaying Assassin's Creed Shadows into February of next year.
Dang.
So there's 2 samurai games coming out. And for some reason, Ubisoft has decided they want to go against one of the year contender sequels.
Well, they're not known for their good decisions.
And here's the thing. Sucker Punch is making this game. Who makes a lot of awards. Mm-hmm. I mean, they get a lot of awards. Well, Ubisoft had admitted recently that the new Star Wars game, Outlaws, undersold and underperformed.
Well, every single game of theirs underperforms because they have, like, the craziest, most astronomical projections. Basically, they want every game to be, like, the most biggest successful hit ever.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't reach that impossible standard, they're like, oh, it didn't reach our standards.
It's weird that they're like, I remember they would reshape and remold how big their teams were because they're like a smaller team for a better condensed story, but it's going to be an open world. And you're like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
And they've been messing around with this, but yeah.
I'm excited for the Year of Samurai, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
That'll be dope.
Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. God, I was so excited.
It looks the same.
It looks amazing, actually. It looks so much better. Yes, I agree with everyone else. Stop remaking these games.
Yeah, I made the joke while we were watching. I was like, they just remastered the same 2 games over and over again for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, and that's it. And it does look good, but we gotta stop with the remastering. And what about just making a 3rd one?
Yeah, also, they're remastering games that came out like a couple years ago, and I'm sitting here being like, we got a lot of really cool classics we could be doing instead. Like ones on consoles that we can't get anymore, like PlayStation 1 games and stuff like that. That's what I would prioritize, personally.
Monster Hunter Wilds got a release date. What is it? February 28th of 2025.
The hair looks so pretty in this game.
Yes, it does. The monsters, the water. It's everything I wanted it to be.
My Steam Deck is going to be so hot and screaming at me.
This looks awesome.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Capcom is going to I think they're going to outperform themselves again.
Maybe that's why we didn't get any Resi info, because they don't want to distract from this current release that's going to be happening soon.
Yeah.
So...
Which is weird, because I was talking about, to you, privately, how Capcom is really capitalizing on the monsters right now. But they also have dinosaur franchises that have just crumbled.
Yeah.
And it's like, Why? You could bring back Dino Crisis, which, yes, they announced it to be on the PlayStation Store if you have the subscription.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can buy it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But they just re-released one.
Yeah. There's a lot of... all these companies have, like... It's exactly that joke from Smiling Friends.
Yeah.
The CEO who's like... That's my IP. That's my IP to sit on and do nothing with.
Yes. And the fans have told them, like, just make it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But apparently they're also talking about... This week also with Capcom. Wow, that just got really hard to say. Was that they are looking into remaking Dino Crisis and Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
And I was like, you've remade that one and it failed.
Yeah, they just keep trying to redo the same couple of big hits. And it's like, it's the same thing with movies these days. Everyone tries to make big tentpole pictures. You need some cool filler fluff to, like, build out the catalog around those big ones still, you know?
Mm-hmm. Astrobot DLC?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Eve.
I did. I clocked her right away.
Was it the green?
It was the green. It was the green and the, like, sleeveless thing going on. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I know that.
Yeah, because I've seen her in so many different costumes.
Yeah, you're more used to her wearing her, like, actually cute outfits.
Yeah, and not what she actually is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm. I prefer her other outfits as well.
Astrobot, people are loving that game, and I'm pretty excited to see what it's gonna win at the Game of the Year awards.
Yeah, probably platformer. I think it's a platformer.
It looks like one. It almost looks like Fall Guys in a way. Not to be disrespectful.
Yeah, but like very focused on like expert timing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm unsure. I haven't actually seen any gameplay. I've just seen all the like cameos and stuff.
The Midnight Walk. What the?
Dude, this one looks crazy cool.
Oh my god. And it's all made of clay?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So what they did was they actually like made everything out of clay and then like scanned it to like put it like very much like old school Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Where they made a physical model and then just like did like a 3D render of that physical model so they could work with it in their game engine. It looks cool. I'm intrigued. I would play it.
Yeah, it's a VR game. But you can also play it on your PS5. I think this will be a fun one.
Mm-hmm. I think it'll be a sleeper hit.
Hell Is Us.
This one seemed kind of generic. You know.
A horror game that looks a bit like Souls-like.
Yeah. I was like...
That's not what I said. That's IGN. But, yeah, okay.
I was like, another Souls-like, really? There's like... that's the most... It's becoming a generic gameplay mechanic now.
You know, From Software really ruined everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe people think they can replicate what From Software does.
Yeah.
Because they are obviously the masters at making games.
It makes a good trailer, but I don't know if it'd be a satisfying game.
The combat in this looked painful.
Yeah,
Did you see when he stopped and he had like do something on him and then the drone came down and he grabbed it and it picked him up and then he like dropped with the sword?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was painful.
It just looks so like run of the mill. Like I've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
You know.
Pal World is out on the PS5 today,
which confused me. I thought it was already out. Well, I guess that was an open beta or something.
No, it's never been on PlayStation.
Oh, was it just on like Steam or something before?
Steam and Xbox.
Ah, ew. Brobox.
Yep.
Gross.
But, I mean, it doesn't matter because they're about to lose their game anyways.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nintendo's lawsuit. It seems scummy. It seems gross. Seems like a gross lawsuit.
I want to see them win.
Why?
I just want to see them just take something down and then we'll have this story of this weird game that Nintendo destroyed.
Well, there's so many of them.
I know.
Just look at all the fan-made things that people make out of love, and Nintendo's like, no, you can't.
Even like short films.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
Jeez, Nintendo, calm down.
I might play Pal World for a power on.
Yeah.
Just to check it out.
It looks neat. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Metro Awakening VR.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in VR. I think the disembodied hands are very ugly and distracting.
We also don't play Metro.
Yes.
RTH Chronicles?
Yeah, which again, it just looked very like a run-of-the-mill fantasy.
Again, they describe it Souls-like.
Mm-hmm.
Lunar Remastered Collection.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Don't know these games.
But good for you if this has been the one you've been waiting on. But that's more of like what I'm talking about. Like those old, like classics.
There's a lot of them in here.
That one, that makes sense to me.
The Shredder's Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And then Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2. What are you talking about?
I was so confused. I was like, what is this game? Why does it look like a PlayStation 2 game? And then like we started seeing like the swipe transition of the old engine and the remastered version.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it is a PS2 game.
I just don't remember this one.
I've never played it. I don't think I've ever heard about it. But more of that. Like, remaster Jak and Daxter or something, you know? There's so many classics out there. Maximo. Oh my god, I'd kill for Maximo to get remastered.
I think they're gonna have to remake... what is that? Uncharted. Before they'll ever touch Jak and Daxter again.
No, but yeah. Uncharted's boring. I don't even like Tom Holland.
Man, Mark Wahlberg really stole the show, didn't he?
Horrible casting. All around.
Hitman 3 VR.
Yeah.
I guess if you really wanted to be a psycho killer.
Yeah. What game are you playing? I'm murdering people.
Holding gun up, down.
You were like, I think this is Hitman, and I was like, I think you're right, but they were like doing like really intricate things, like they were like putting a thumb drive into a computer, and I was like, who are you kidding yourselves? No one's gonna do this. Everyone's gonna run in with their guns and their grabby hands. I like the like hand transition to like open, like I'm going to grab an item to I'm going to strangle a person. Yeah. No one's gonna do like the techie. I put the USB drive in. No one's doing that.
Yeah. You're going to get the gun, get really close, and start shooting.
You're going to be, like, running around corners.
Keanu Reeves will be in Sonic X Shadows.
Yeah, Shadow Generations. It's Whatever. DLC. It's, okay, cool. I'm more excited for the movie, but this is neat. I do think it's cool that Keanu Reeves reprised his role for the game as well.
Lego Horizon Adventures.
Yeah. Wow, you sound so excited. Lego Horizon Adventures.
I'm just like, it can't be good, could it?
I'm just like, I don't know who this is for.
Little kids.
Do little kids care about Horizon? I don't think they do.
I thought they were going to make a TV show about this also.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Like, Horizon doesn't even seem like a very big game. When I first saw gameplay for it, I literally thought it was some weird indie game. I don't know how it's...
Indie games don't look that good. Not at that time.
I don't know. When did the first one come out?
I can't remember.
It was a long while ago.
It's a PS4 game.
It's crazy.
It might have been on PS3 also.
Crazy that the remaster looks exactly the same. Like it's like Twilight Princess's remaster.
No, it's totally different.
This was my favorite. Towers of Agsaba, which I am unsure exactly what's happening in it, but there was a kid who like says something and it definitely sounded like he swore at us.
I was like, what? Did he just swear at me?
Here's the craziest thing. I don't know if he was saying like some fantasy language, if he was just mumbling English.
Yeah.
But I was like, he just said fuck.
Yeah.
He said fuck at me.
I did not appreciate that, guys. Fear the Spotlight.
She said Blumhouse. Yes. We've been pronouncing it Bloomhouse. I now don't know what's real anymore.
It seems to be let's just keep calling it Bloomhouse until he says otherwise.
Sure. Yeah.
It's supposed to be their game division. They wanted to create a game division. This seems to be one of their first games, if not the first game.
It looks okay. Like, you know, I'm into the retro style for the models and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that's more visually unique than run-of-the-mill garbage like Hell Is Us and their pseudo-realistic shtick they've been doing for so long now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks neat.
I don't know. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 Lake House.
This confused me. We were also... Okay, so you were streaming it from your phone,
Mm-hmm.
and so, like, the quality kept, like, cutting out.
Yep.
And it made it creepier, not being able to see things properly.
Yeah, the elevator opened, and we were like, dark shadows, blood on the walls, and bodies on the floor. Okay. New controllers.
Yeah. Do you want your controller? They have a green one. They called it teal.
Yeah.
That's not teal.
So it's chroma teal. God, it looks fucking hot.
But it's on the ugliest console.
Shut the fuck
up. I will never. I will never stop. Of every console that's ever existed, the PlayStation 5 is the ugliest. It's uglier than the N64, and that thing is fucking ugly.
I think the PS5 looks amazing. The PS5 Pro?
Well,
I love that its wingdings got bigger.
Is that why you love me? We just have different tastes.
I own the PlayStation 5.
I have a Steam Deck.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. I do like that teal.
Nice.
Dynasty Warriors is finally returning.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
They've been doing their spin-off things like Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors. I think they were dabbling. Like, I think I heard an announcement of the idea of Dynasty Warriors proper coming back years ago, but nothing happened.
Well, this one's called Origins, so I wonder if they're just going, forget the last 15 years of games, we'll just start over.
Yeah. Why not? I think that was it.
Was that really it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I did enjoy it. No resi.
No.
Don't believe everything you hear.
You keep giving me these rumors, and I keep trying not to believe them because I keep being wrong. But then I keep getting my hopes up right at the very end.
Dude, one day
we'll get an amazing Resi trailer. It'll be the best. Resident Evil 9 will finally exist.
But I'll sit there and go, it doesn't look good.
No.
Okay, this week I finished up Stellar Blade. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun little story. Clearly they're going for a sequel.
You wanted to talk about it a little bit, right?
Yeah, the ending was really weird. Of course, Adam and Eve had to come together somehow.
Yeah.
And from what I got with my ending, I chose to fuse with Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that made this more angelical Eve.
Do you think that was the right choice? Because you also looked up what happens if you don't fuse with Adam.
Yeah, so if I don't, she has to fight Adam. So instead of me fighting that giant mech, it would be Adam, who looks totally awesome.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And now knowing that, and I think I missed another boss somewhere.
That's okay.
Which was like a side boss, but I was like, oh, I want all these bosses so I can do this boss mode, so I can get more outfits. Duh.
Yeah. I liked Astrobot Eve drinking sodas.
Mm-hmm.
That was cute.
Yeah. The sequel will have to, of course, go towards killing Mother Sphere. Mm-hmm. And the way that ended was pretty metal. To fight your way into the credits. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, if you guys make it all the way through the credits, you can obviously skip them. But you will see another piece where hope is restored and Eve is their champion.
Yeah.
So I like the game.
I would love to see a sequel.
I would love to see a sequel.
I feel like they've just scratched the surface of unique things they could do. Oh, and another thing with that State of Play was a crossover thing that's going to be happening with 2B from Nier Automata.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yep. So I definitely will do another playthrough of it, and that'll be a power on.
Nice.
I enjoyed the game. I wish the combat was slightly tighter. I hated it. It's that Arkham shit. Mm-hmm. And then there's this, you'll see me almost every time mess it up. There's when an enemy is about to attack you, it'll give you a chance to counter, right? Mm-hmm. And in this
Specific?
Yeah. Counter, it goes blue.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it's L stick forward, circle.
Okay.
Right, I think I got that right. Or X. Anyways, that one I started to understand. Every now and then I would screw it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I would know that I have to pretty much stop touching everything and put only that in there.
Mm-hmm.
When it was purple, it's L stick back, right? Every time I couldn't do it.
Dang.
I could not solve that.
That's why I like turn-based RPGs, because my hands are too slow and dumb to do things like that. I would always goof up combos with games like that.
Yeah, and I goofed up a lot of them because I'm blocking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see like an opening, but then they're coming to block, and then the blocking button is L1.
Okay.
And then if you hold L1, you can do your beta energy attacks.
Okay.
And so instead of blocking, I ended up just using a lot of my beta energy attacks way too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but it was a good game, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Okay, and then Power On, there's supposed to be a live one this Saturday.
Yeah, you're still figuring that out.
It's going to be a test run.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
If you see me going live, just know hopefully it's working.
Nice.
If not,
we'll troubleshoot till we figure out the problem.
Yep. So, thank you for watching Stellar Blade. Box office trolls.
Box office trolls.
Number 1, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I've heard it's okay.
Number 2, Transformers 1.
Hooray! I've heard not a lot of people talking about it, but the people who have talked about it said it was good.
Yeah, a lot of people said Chris's Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
His voice acting was really good.
Nice.
And people really enjoyed that story.
I would watch it.
Number 3, Speak No Evil.
Okay. Good for them.
Number 4, Never Let Go.
That came out now?
Yeah.
I only started seeing trailers for it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I thought it was coming out way later.
Not every movie's gonna have these crazy, like, oh my god, did you see the trailer drop for that?
Yeah, but like, I expect, like, especially for like a horror thing, I guess it is...
No, dude, they always just kind of dump them out here.
Weird. It's just weird.
Number 5, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Which will hit streaming next week, I believe. Next Tuesday, I think.
I was planning on doing a Venom review.
Yeah?
And then, because Venom 3 was coming out,
Mm-hmm.
but then because Deadpool and Wolverine is there, I was like, do I just do the more funner movie?
You should.
Just do a review of that
Just
one.
watch a good, fun movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's coming up soon then. Number 6, The Substance.
The Substance?
Yes.
The Substance? Sure.
Number 7, Am I Racist?
Oh, I do know what The Substance is. It's like an indie film. It's a horror movie. It's about like body horror and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8, Reagan. Number 9, Jung. I don't want to say that. Don't say that.
I Am Still is the subtitle. Trafalgar Releasing. Well, it made it to number 9. So, there you go. Bit of a slow week, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Bollywood film. Number 10, Alien Romulus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what did we watch?
We watched a lot of stuff this week. A lot of stuff finally came out. Finally.
We watched the first 2 episodes of Frasier Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reboot.
It's Frasier.
Yeah.
It's the same old Frasier,
Mm-hmm.
but now with this reboot cast.
Which I'm really confused. I thought he was supposed to go back to Boston, but he's still on the set.
Yeah, it very much is just like they could have just plopped this in the middle of the first season, because it's not like sometimes with sitcoms the first episode of the new season will be like a big event and there'll be like a 2-part special or whatever.
Yeah.
No, just 2 episodes, 2 random episodes. One's a Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Frasier.
The Penguin.
Yes.
This is the best thing we watched this week.
I was the most suspicious, like uncertain about this one, because I don't like the Penguin much,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I don't know what we can do with the Penguin for a whole TV series. The first episode was good, but I am still a little unsure how it will play out for 6 episodes total. 6, 8, something.
Yeah,
like
6 or 8.
Yeah.
The acting's great.
Mm-hmm.
The story is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Penguin himself, I mean, he's just learning to become the king. Kingpin we all know.
Yeah, it was slight spoilers, I suppose.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
I'm pretty sure everyone watched it.
In the beginning, he kills a man. A man is dead. And then we see him, like, bagging up the body and dragging it downstairs and stuff. And I thought to myself, Penguin doesn't do dirty work like this. He hires da boys to do the dirty work for him. Yep. And then I was like, I get it now. This is the story of him getting to the point where he can hire da boys to do the dirty work for him.
That's his origin story.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Sophia Falcone?
Hangman.
Yeah, I don't know much about her.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she said she's from Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there we go.
I like Arkham. I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
Clancy is in it.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Maroni's?
Mm-hmm.
And how the Penguin just kind of... She killed her brother, so Falcone's new leader is now dead too.
Mm-hmm.
And then he framed it onto...
Maroni.
The Maroni's.
Yeah. It was
But
smart.
the Maroni's won't turn it down because it's still a victory in their way.
Yeah, it gives them... They don't want to admit that they don't have the power in the situation. It's intriguing. I am intrigued.
Yeah.
But I don't know... How long was that first episode? 1 hour and 7 minutes?
It was about as long as the movie. There were moments where I was like, this is too long.
Yeah, I don't think every episode can be over an hour.
I'm gonna be honest, I like about 39 minutes. That's my solid chunk right there, and I'm done.
It's really the thing of, I don't see how this could take that long for the story. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it is HBO. It could get crazier.
It could.
The Riddler could show up.
I guess technically he could. I'm not gonna hold my breath. If Paul Dano shows up, I'm gonna scream.
I would hope they added somebody interesting in there.
Yeah, other than just Hank. It's such the thing with early stages for Batman's story. I so don't care about the normal gangsters, the normal human mafiosos like the Falcones and the Maronis. But I understand we have to start here because this is the beginning of like the bad stuff that will later become the comic book Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, the fun ones with superpowers and whatever. We have to start here in the world of normalcy before we get to our cartoons later.
I think the entire trilogy is going to be just the mafia stuff.
Man.
I think that's their way of doing this all the way through. Because they did say they'll never go full spectacle, right? And I was like, well, they are telling a true crime story here.
I do think, like, that's part of the fun. Because we know what, Poison Ivy, for example. We know what she's like when she has, like, the poison lipstick and the plants that move and things like that.
Yeah.
But how do you interpret those things in a realistic setting? I think that can be interesting. But I don't think they're going to do that. I
think they totally could do it. And she would be a fun one to readapt.
Mm-hmm.
The boys would freak out.
We haven't seen a lot of live-action Poison Ivies. I think there's only been one.
One.
Wow. What about the old Adam West series?
I don't think Ivy ever showed up.
Dang. Crazy. Eartha Kitt as,
Catwoman?
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah, there's been a few Catwomen.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl Dixon. This is the first season. I do not have the second season. I know it's airing. But I was just more interested to go back to The Walking Dead. I like The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
The show starts out awesome. But then all of a sudden, it just turns into The Walking Dead.
It really is the thing.
And I was like, no!
You start up and you're like, oh yeah, this is why I liked this show. And then you get like halfway through episode 2 and you're like, oh yeah, this is why I don't like the show anymore.
Underground dance clubs?
Yeah, so they're in France for the majority of it. They do nothing interesting with the setting.
Nope.
They talk about the Eiffel Tower, and they, like, boat past it once.
They went there.
I guess we see the catacombs, briefly.
Yep. That's how you get to the underground nightclub.
It's so brief. I'm like, this could have taken place anyway. This could have been the Jersey Turnpike for all it matters.
Yeah, the location really didn't matter. They just wanted to get Daryl the fish out of water scenario.
Yeah, and they did. And it's this thing of he's so advanced with his combat techniques.
Oh, yeah.
Every single action scene is toothless because I know he's going to win.
that
Especially because there's a season 2 on the way.
Well, hold on. They did do that with Rick.
They did.
They offed him. And then it streams.
And that was such a popular choice, wasn't it?
Could you imagine what it could have been if he stayed?
Yeah, it could have been maybe good. Instead, we got this very confusing thing with Maggie and Negan.
I love that one. That one was better. Dead City.
It's. I feel like they're not great at redeeming characters.
No. Well, the next one for us will be The Ones Who Live.
Yeah.
Which is Rick and Michonne.
At least I like them. They are cool characters. More Michonne is more better. Give me that samurai sword. Yeah.
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 Daryl Dixon was fun. You're totally right. Whenever he fought anything, it didn't matter. Mm-hmm. He was over... He's an OP character.
Also, every episode ended on like some crazy stinger, and then he was fine seconds within the next episode. Yeah. Like I remember one, he like fell down some hole in the ground. Mm-hmm. And then, literally, I looked down at my game that I was playing. I was playing Animal Crossing. I looked down for a second to catch a single fish, and I looked up, and he was back on ground. Like, he was fine. He was totally normal, out of whatever problem he had fallen into. Well, and I was like, what happened?
He fell into this water that had walkers in it, and then he was able to finally break free, and he got out of that.
I also totally forgot they called them walkers.
They also call them something else because they're French, but whatever.
My favorite part was they have this one little kid that they really want to believe is some sort of messiah figure.
Yes.
Which I think is an interesting direction, but they didn't do much with this concept.
Nope.
Anyway, and he ends up meeting other kids finally, and the other kids immediately just start being... They start... being like, no, you're not that special. But my favorite thing was they referred to the nuns as penguins.
Yes.
That was fun, and a thing kids would do, and that was my favorite part.
Agatha All Along, first 2 episodes.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
A little slow.
A little slow?
A little slow. It took 2 episodes to open the door, and I did not expect a musical number.
Yeah, I saw some people talking about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it was
totally auto-tuned.
Did you see someone made a tweet and it was like, they have a song just like the Acolyte, and everyone's like, what? And a bunch of people were responding to that like, they have a song just like Snow White. They have a song just like Top Gun, and just basically naming any movie that has a song in it. And someone was like, yeah, oftentimes music is associated with witchery in some way. Obviously, that's why because they're both witches, that's why she sings in Hocus Pocus. This is an old trope.
Yeah. For me, I forgot about the old trope. Mm-hmm. And bam, it hit me. And I was just like, oh, we are going to do this.
I agree it was slow, yep. But I really like our cast.
Yes, interesting. Mm-hmm. Is Blackheart related to Blackheart?
Doubt it.
The super fans will know what I'm talking about.
I really like... Oh, I don't remember the actress's name. But the gardener lady that she roped into going on this mess with them. Yeah. I really like that actress. She's great. She's hilarious. She's going to be 10 out of 10 in this. I can't wait to see more.
Well, it seems like the villain is Audrey Hepburn.
I'm sorry. Who?
Is that not her name?
No, Audrey Hepburn was an actress from, like, the 50s.
What is her name?
Do you mean Agnes?
No.
Agatha Harkness?
No. Her opponent.
Her opponent?
Yeah.
Which opponent? Which...
What the...
Oh, do you mean... Oh, April from...
Yes.
Her name's... Aubrey Plaza.
Here we go.
I see where you got Audrey Hepburn.
She's supposed to be like hunting her down to kill her to get revenge or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
From what I saw, one of them said the ending is like full-blown gay.
Cool. And
I was like, okay, yeah, there were some moments there.
As witches should be.
But here's the thing. Remember Acolyte?
Mm-hmm.
Remember they started saying things like that with the witches?
Yeah.
And how that turned out?
How gay can Disney really be?
Because I'm like, really? We're going to do it again?
Guess we'll find out. I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah. For me right now, I want to see what the road is. Mm-hmm. I'm more curious about the road. It took too long to open that door.
I'm glad they gave us both episodes at the same time.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it would have been... I've been on pins and needles if we ended where that first episode ended and then had to wait. It was a lot of that, like, crime detective thing, which, based on the trailer, I thought that was going to be done and over with rather quickly, but we lingered on it for quite a while.
Yes. Yes, there's that. But watch, I bet every episode is like a monster of the week.
I hope so.
And it's just a...
Kind of like WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like how each one was a different, like, film style throughout the decades. Mm-hmm. I think it would be cool if Agatha did something similar, but with, like, different monster movie tropes. Because in the trailer, there's also one where they're, like, kids at a camp, and that's another horror movie trope, and I think that would be fun.
Nice. Yeah, just gotta check it out more. And then Rings of Power. Mm-hmm. Poor Celebrimbor.
I feel so bad. I like Celebrimbor so much. I think he's such a cool character, and he's really
weak.
He's literally, like, textbook definition being gaslit.
It's more than that. The world he's perceiving is being a complete lie.
Finally, he shows off his magic powers again.
Yep.
Finally, jeez.
Sauron has begun this battle with Adar.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the Stranger's story has done what I was worried it would do, and it's a lot of, like, I have things to do. And it's like, no, you need to calm down. You're not allowed to do your things. We have to have you do pedantry little tasks that'll eat up your time. Find your stick in this maze of trees.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because I've been watching The Lion Guard, and there's a character who's Rafiki's apprentice. Her name's Makini.
Okay. And
the first thing he has her do is find her own stick, like how he has his. And she does. And in that same episode, it breaks. And she's like, my stick broke. And he's like, the stick's not important. And every episode we see her, she has a new stick that she has designed in a new way. And every time it breaks. And it's just implied that she has to keep getting a new stick. Because the stick isn't the important part, it's when you're doing with it. And so I thought of that as the Strangers looking at this sea of perfectly good sticks Makini would kill for.
Wow, okay. That was a long, winded thing. Just for me to get back to Middle-earth. Mm-hmm. You know what I was thinking about somewhere in that you tell me all that, was that the characters will eventually all have to meet. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be weird.
Yes. It will, because, like, none of them have met. There's
some that do cross over, like Isildur.
Yeah.
Elrond.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Yes. I was also disappointed that Poppy kissed that one dude because I wanted her to kiss Nori.
Keep that shit in your Disney movies, okay?
They were cute together.
They're just friends.
No, Sam and Frodo were just friends. We deserve this.
No, that was not the point of those two going on that adventure. Yeah, it's just going to be interesting. The Numenor stuff, it's not helping.
Oh my god.
None of it's helping.
No, it's so... And, every time I'm like, this is so weak. Mm-hmm. Like the people of Numenor are so wishy-washy. No wonder they're water people.
It's gotta go. The set looks horrible. Mm-hmm. Of everything going on in that show, it's the most lackluster thing. Please, just shut it down.
politics of it is so nonsensical and dumb. Like a giant bird hung out with Pharezion for a second, and they were like, he's our leader. But then a giant sea kraken hung out with the blind lady, who I don't remember her name, and they're like, oh, now she's our leader. And it's like, why aren't we just dictating the whims of random magic beasts like, you don't care about their policies or who they are as people? We're just going off of the magic animals.
They're archaic in some way.
I guess, but they're also supposed to be, like, super futuristic. Like Isildur is talking about how they have running water in their homes. And yet they seem to have the most out-of-date...
That's just basic plumbing. That's not super futuristic.
I guess. I suppose so.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they're that advanced.
The Numenor stuff's weird.
It is. And the last week's question, is the bear a comedy?
Yeah.
Overwhelmingly, so many people said no.
Yeah. I found out that they had to submit that.
Yeah.
I thought the Academy was doing this. But no, the creators of The Bear did that. Submitted it as comedy for the comedy category.
In the Emmys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so they identified their thing as a comedy.
I personally would disagree, and I think it's unfair to the other, much more comedically driven things that were up for nomination.
Like Frasier.
Well, I was going to say Abbott Elementary.
Which was terrible also. So
true.
That's interesting. I wonder if they did that on purpose to win that award, knowing that if they went into drama, they would have to face HBO, right? And comedies. I mean, these people are suckers for drama. Mm-hmm. You do a long take, and God, they're creaming themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, Shogun was in drama.
Yes. So Disney.
They're both FX, right?
They're both FX, which is Fox, which is Disney. So Disney basically just ran the gambit and won the entire thing, and you're all losers for it.
So that's just scummy. I just don't like that.
They also screwed over their own shows, like Abbott Elementary.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't like the awards in general anymore. I think the categories are far too broad, especially if we can just decide, Barry didn't count as a comedy, but The Bear does, because this person wants to game the system and get all the awards.
Do you remember when Barry was the standard of television?
Man, remember when Barry was really good?
God.
Oh, man. That last season.
That was terrible.
Ugh.
That was terrible.
Flew too close to the sun.
Yep. What do you think the question of the week should be?
This week?
Yeah.
Why? Which one did you like better, Agatha or Penguin? Which one are you more looking forward to, Agatha or Penguin?
And why?
And why?
And don't just say witches, because I might think you're talking about the Penguin. Okay, there you go. Anything else?
Nope. Lots of stuff on the horizon.
Okay, for me, there should be another review.
Nice.
It's going to be the Joker. I'm going to approach this one a little differently.
I'm excited.
So, hopefully... I don't know. We'll just find out.
We'll see. We'll play around with it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Listening. Sorry.
Hanging out.
Yeah. Thank you. Have fun. It's autumn. It's officially autumn.
Yay. It's getting dark out there.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Be safe. Bye. Yes. Record away. Do it. Drink it.
You waited for me to be in the middle of opening it.
Yep.
I was trying to get it.
Go ahead. Slurp it. Do it. You suck.